Hey guys, welcome back. BGCKR here, and we're back with our weekly recap of all things Injustice. This is for the week of December 3rd, 2020. The current character challenge is Ame-Comi Catwoman, and that is a 1 week repeat. The required characters for that are Bane, Joker, and Killer Frost, who you can get as a silver, and a challenge gold, respectively. So not the best, but also not the worst we've seen in terms of requirements. Her passive is Nasty Scratch, which is a 25% chance to apply bleed, damage over time, and power drain effects on combo ender, and it says there that it stacks 3 times. She has 1200 attack and 1400 health, last available in January of 2020, so sort of capping off the year.
Yeah. I just want to say, every time I see her name, I want to think in my mind, I want to think American comic Catwoman.
Yeah.
And I know it's not. It's just weird how, I don't even know. Maybe somebody who reads the comics should tell us what the significance of the name is.
So she's got pretty good high stats.
Yes.
I think the main issue is her passive, right?
Yeah, we were literally just talking about her in the Q&A this week. See, on the one hand, her mechanics are good, right? She's fast like all the Catwomen. She's got bleeding damage over time on her special one, and that stacks, which is great with the extra damage, right? Mm-hmm. The 20% damage boost. But her passive sounds great. It's not that useful. Doing damage over time in combo ender, if you look at the numbers, right? So combo ender only triggers maybe half the time. Mm-hmm. And if you get the combo ender, then there's only a 25% chance of bleed. So that's a 1 in 8, like a 12.5% chance of bleeding with each tap combo that you complete. Mm-hmm. By the time you trigger it a second time, there's a good chance the first one's already finished. So in theory, it can stack, but it doesn't.
Yeah, saying that it stacks 3 times is the same as saying just that it stacks.
Right.
Because 3 times is not something that you're going to reach. The fact that there's an upper limit, I don't know if it's even literally physically possible for it to stack 4 times. I don't think there'd be enough time to get it, even if it happened every time.
Right. And that's assuming that your opponent doesn't block.
Yeah.
It's not like you are the AI that completes your combo, whatever the opponent does, right? Mm-hmm. If they block, all of a sudden you've reduced, for every tap combo attempt, your percentage drops way below the 12.5% that in the ideal world if you're hitting the combo every time.
Yeah. The main issue is that she's just not as good as the other Catwoman in the same role, and not as good as other characters that could do very similar things.
Right. Because I think, obviously to me, Arkham Knight Catwoman, Batman Returns Catwoman, they're both much better.
Yeah.
Because, Arkham Knight, her damage over time doesn't rinse, and Batman Returns, she boosts damage over time. So much better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So there we go. This week's multiplayer reward is, as expected, the Gingo fruit, which becomes Gingold soda. And when it's fully maxed out, it gives you 30% damage reduction from basic attacks. Blocking stops 22% more damage. 35% damage reduction from crit attacks. And then the evolved ability, which is a 20% chance to take no damage from basic attacks. So just really a good all-around gear. And it was last available in May of 2020. We're still following the same pattern that we have been for a while now.
More than a year.
More than a year. There we go. And next week we are expecting Necron's Scythe.
So like you were saying, this is a great piece of defensive equipment. One of the reasons why it is so great is because all the abilities have a synergy.
Oh yeah, they're clearly made for the same type of thing, which is not something that we see in a lot of gear, and especially not a lot of legendary gear, where we see every single ability very clearly on the exact same type of benefit.
When you use this gear on the right character, you can avoid taking any basic damage at all.
Yeah. And
we've demonstrated this on our Regime Nightwing, the silver one, and I'll just link that right here.
In a little video.
Yeah.
I think that's still our channel video.
Yes, that we get no income on, which is great, because it's still, I think the music makes it. Mm-hmm. So that you take this gear, so basic damage reduction by 30%, you take Killer Croc Companion gear, which reduces basic damage by 20%, and his passive that reduces basic damage in half. So he takes 0 basic damage. And in fact, when you do that loadout of those 2 gears, maxed out, the evolved ability of randomly 1 in 5 chance of not taking any damage at all doesn't even matter. Mm-hmm. Because 50 plus 30 plus 20, 0 damage. So even if you do hit and doesn't block, I mean, the blocking reduces the damage, right?
Yeah.
It's almost, you know what it makes me think of? It makes you think of the couponing, where there's like the extreme couponing, where if you get it below 0, that you could actually accumulate health.
Oh yeah, like they'll give you money.
Yeah, so that would be ridiculous. That would be fun, actually, if you could do that.
If you would get 20% health back from basic damage.
Yeah. So on Raging Nightwing, you still have one gear slot free to use however you want. Razzle Ghoul Scimitar is good because it keeps draining power, as does his special one when he does a special one. And, you know, teammates, they can stay safe off the screen. They're building up power while Nightwing tanks it. Or you could use damage over time gears, which take a percentage of the opponent's health, no matter how high their health is. So he's really competitive.
Yeah.
Because he can take 0 damage from a much stronger character.
And he's also got power drain built into his kit.
Right. And then do a percent with a damage over time gear. Do a percentage of their opponent's health, no matter how strong they are.
Yeah, so, you know, using a lot of special ones, and also because you want to use special ones to drain anyways, damage over time, and replacing that sort of damage with percent through damage over time means stuff like the Ibis stick makes just using special ones over and over again a really valid strategy for consistently winning.
Yeah, except against double LexCorp gear.
Yeah.
So, anyway, another way we've used this is on our original Justice League team on New 52 Superman, where we can link that playlist there. It takes a 3rd gear slot to reduce New 52 Superman to 0 basic damage. So, for example, with Batman Ninja Helmet. So, the difficulty with him, the difficulty with other characters when it's not him, is that when you make them all tank, the offensive potential is low, but because New 52 Superman's passive lets him boost up his damage from just his passive. Yeah. What you get eventually, if you last long enough, is basically a Juggernaut that takes little to no damage, but can deal meaningful damage. Yeah. So there we go. In the store, we have the Arkham Knight Harley Quinn pack for $11.99. As always, Canadian. It's included in next week's challenge. It's cheap, so it's the most worth it gets, although I would still say probably not. If this was the pack of the character that was last week's challenge, I'd say it was worth it. Yeah. For the people who didn't do the challenge. Because just a reminder, it doesn't unlock in your store. Yeah. And you're just about to get a chance to play it. Yeah, you're going to get to unlock it probably next week. We also have the Aquaman Celebration Pack, which is 300 nth metal, which is kind of fun. Which gives you a 50% chance of Aquaman split evenly between Aquaman, Flashpoint Aquaman, Injustice 2 Aquaman, and Regime Aquaman. So you get a 1 out of 8 chance of getting each. And we saw 1 out of 8 recently on Ame-Comi Catwoman's chance to trigger her passive. I prefer this 1 out of 8 chance. And there's also a 50% chance to get just a gold character, they say. And it doesn't tell you which kind of gold character, whether it's a regular pack or challenge. And I think we just don't have enough time to do a test on it. But if these kind of packs come around more often, it might be worth just... Yeah, if this pack comes back, for example. Yeah. We also have the character bundle Lantern Elite for $25.99 Canadian, and it comes with Red Lantern Hal Jordan and Yellow Lantern Hal Jordan, which is, Red Lantern Hal Jordan isn't such a great deal anymore, unfortunately. I mean, he used to be great. I think he's still okay. Yeah. But, yeah. It's interesting. And again, doesn't unlock. And our Survivor is LexCorp gear for the next 2 weeks until the 16th of December. Phantom Zone has 1 more week left. And Fight 62 is still broken. So there we go. Last weekend's breakthrough was Zatanna, Flash, and Solomon Grundy. And so because of that, based on the schedule, this weekend will be Raven, Superman, and the Arkham Knight. I know we say normally should be, but I'm going full confidence with it. Yep. It's been long enough. Yep. So if you want to check out the cycle for yourself so that you can have our mystical prediction powers, you can check out a link in the description to a Reddit thread from Devlin16, which just has the cycle listed. Yep. Moving on to the current glitches, just remember that every working glitch is explained in a video as part of the playlist that you can reach by clicking the eye in the top right corner of this video right now. We're Android only, so we're only able to confirm these glitches for Android. We will talk about stuff we have heard of for iOS and give some resources also in the description for iOS users, but we can't confirm any of those ourselves. Right. So we always do, when we do, we start with the not working glitches. And when we see not working, there's a bunch of glitches that used to work, or the kind of glitches that people really want, and we want to point out that there's actually nothing there. One of the things is that there's no glitch for power credits that we are willing to endorse. We talk about those reasons in a previous episode, Season 6, Episode 9 of P&Q and C and A and T. Main point is that the glitch that is being used has, for us, a significant risk of having your account suspended.
Yeah. So there we go. In terms of other stuff that you can't do right now, you can't get repeated past multiplayer season rewards. You can't get early multiplayer season rewards. You can't get through the Phantom Zone supernaturally quickly. And you can't get free energy without having to watch a video, because there's currently no way to watch a video for getting free bubbles of energy back on all your guys.
Yeah.
So...
and working glitches, too. I mean, no surprise. Nothing's changed. So, spoiler alert. But... the glitch to let you play Phantom Zone repeatedly is still working. The challenge reset method that requires Google Play Cloud Save is still working. Confirmed on the current Ame-Comi Catwoman challenge. Remember, they are basically the same glitch. When you reset progress on one, you reset progress on the other. Keep that in mind, because the progress on the Phantom Zone crystals is much slower if you're going to reset the challenge. Remember, you're going to be resetting the Phantom Zone stuff. So just keep that in mind when you're planning how you're going to reset.
Yeah. If you are on Android 10 and you are having to re-download more than a gigabyte every time you have to do the reset because you're clearing app data, you can check out the comment in the description from one of our commenters who explains a way that you can use extra storage device on your phone, or extra storage space on your phone, instead of having to re-download it. So you can trade one for the other. Right.
And then also cut and paste his comment from viewer Jonathan Yang on how to reset the challenge for iOS.
Mm-hmm. The breakthrough glitch let you play repeatedly is still working. The airplane mode / refund glitch is still working. Good for anything that gives you a random reward that you don't need to have your internet on for. And when we say that, the main thing that we're talking about there is the Phantom Zone, because that is a reward that you do need your internet for.
And it might look like you don't, but, well, anyways, if
it doesn't work.
Yeah, not for us.
Yeah.
Time shifting still works in Android for unlimited Survivor plane energy recharges. Remember to bring your cooldown clock back to normal before you're completely done using the glitch. We suspect that's why people are, when they don't do it properly, mess up their the appearance of the challenge each week.
Mm-hmm. And in between the not working and working glitches, there's the promotion glitch, where you can promote characters that are still locked. Hasn't had the right conditions to test this for forever, but it never was patched. So whenever the conditions were around, it always did work. Right. So we keep it in here on a technicality, and because at this point we kind of enjoy the fact that we've kept around something so useless for so long. It's basically this video's equivalent of an appendix.
Yeah, longer than the current cycle of multiplayer rewards, actually.
Yeah. So it's been forever, but we keep it here for fun. And then to finish up, we have some people that we would love to thank, and those are the wonderful people who support us on Patreon.
That is Console Peasant and Edwoon at the top tier last word, Mohammed Albshaiti at the Your Message Here tier, Shawn Farrell, Daniel Simonson, Aaron Maule, Michael DeVries, Brandon C., Irvin Ruiz, and Eddydoo supporting us at the credited level, and Chris Wolff, Scarlet Dani, Awesomegamer 2for1, Pavu RS, Gavin Mallott, and Isfar E at the gratitude level.
A surprisingly long list of very cool people.
Yes.
So thank you guys so much for your support, and thanks so much to all of you for watching and engaging with us however you do. We'll see you next time.
Komoda.